Zoink is 17 and she's in her 20s, nigga. And then someone before that says, this sucks, she ain't date no one. Bro, why do you think?
Long time no see. Ignore the ears. Anyways, as you guys might have heard, my very infamous impossible level Ashley Wave Trials has finally been legitimately verified after 4 years of its creation. Now that the level is no longer impossible, I feel like now is the perfect time to tell you the lore behind this level 1 made in a very embarrassing phase of my life. From Roblox to racing for a chance to date, this is the story behind Ashley Wave Trials.
Guys, be nice, bro. This could be a really good video. Bro! Mods! There's a racist Kawaqii fan in chat. Bro! Calm down.
Our story starts all the way in the year 2020. A certain virus infection was going on and forced the world to completely stop in silence. To add to that, online classes weren't yet a thing at this time, at least for me, which pretty much meant 16-year-old me had all the time in the world. Which also meant that I could spend most of my time playing Roblox. Yeah, I didn't play Geometry Dash yet, but we will get into it in a second. Anyways, I was playing Roblox all the time when the quarantine started. However, due to drama and overall pretty downright embarrassing reasons that I really do not want to talk about at all, I decided to leave and quit Roblox. I was at peace after this, until I realized I pretty much had no idea what to move on to next. I started a Twitter account and tried spending my quarantine making art. However, I was 16 years old at the time, and I ran into art block all the time at this age. Now completely full of boredom, I end up doing nothing but watch YouTube videos all day long. Recommended video after recommended video after recommended video. Watching videos over and over again in the hopes of curing my boredom. But now in a life where I left what felt like everything behind me, I just started to feel like nothing. That was, until a particular recommended video caught my eye.
It's Slaughterhouse, baby. You already know. Best level of all time, nigga.
You see, most of my recommendations were usually always anime videos, VTubers, Toho, Resident Evil, and animations.
I've never been able to tell.
But this one wasn't any of those. It was a Geometry Dash video. A game that I also used to play a lot, but quit 2 years ago. This particular video caught my eye the most because it was Ice Cave showcasing Slaughterhouse. Two names that I have heard of before. Curious, I watched the video. And little did I know at the time, something was awoken inside of me.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Me and her low-key twins for real, bro. I felt the same way whenever I saw Slaughterhouse for the first time.
The decoration was nothing that I had ever seen before. The intense theming and intimidating atmosphere was done perfectly. The last time I saw a hell level was Bloodlust, so seeing this felt so incredible to me. I watched Ice Cave's other videos and was absolutely blown away by how much he's improved. I felt nothing but amusement and pure enthusiasm. I wasn't able to fathom how someone who started off making poorly made silent levels evolved to create projects that felt so clearly realized. A fire sparked in me that day. I started to feel awoken and inspired to take the same path Ice Cave did. For the first time since middle school, I opened up Geometry Dash. I immediately opened the editor and started to make a level. I took inspirations from some of my favorite creators
Carmel
that I can
Hines,
remember.
the goats,
After 2
bro.
weeks of hard work, I finally
goats.
finished making my first impossible level in 2 years. That level was Ashley Wave Trial Chromatic 4. Don't worry, this level is still important to Ashley Wave Trials lore.
Wait, I'm not even trying to be a shill. This level looks fucking sick.
Don't worry, this level.
Wait, what is it called?
Was Ashley Wave Trial Chromatic 4.
I can't fucking understand because of TTS. I'm sorry, bro. Oh my god, this level actually looks sick. I want to know what it is, but I don't know what she's saying.
2 years. That level was Ashley Wave Trial Chromatic 4. Don't worry, this level is still important to Ashley Wave.
Chromatic core? What is that? That looks really sick. This is the worst icon setup I've ever seen. But this is a really unique ship too. Oh, it's 2.1. You know what? For a first level coming back, bro, this looks nice. This is way better than whatever the hell I was doing in 2.1. Okay, this wave is nice. This is my favorite part. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't look that hard. Like, this looks really easy. Hold up. I'm sorry, we gotta try this shit. What the fuck? The first gap is a... Bro, it looks like... Oh, okay. I am starting to understand why it is the way it is.
Anyways, you guys might remember this story from my 1000th subscriber special video, but just in case you haven't watched it,
I remember.
Chromatic core was one of the biggest factors of creating Ashley Wave trials. You see, Chromatic core, being pretty short and easy for the most part, has a wave part at the last 20% of the level that is significantly harder than everything else in the level, and was probably harder than Tartarus at the time. The wave part
significantly harder than Tartarus, by the way.
Is still my most favorite part I ever made in a game ever, at least gameplay-wise. In my opinion, I love it more than the entirety of Ashley Wave Trials. To tell you the truth, I don't actually like Ashley Wave Trials. Anyways, it was my best level I could ever make at that point. However, many people who reached this part of the level didn't really like it and wanted me to nerf the wave part, such as one of my friends who was very skilled at the game. I didn't want to nerf the wave part at all, since to me, it was perfect. Nerfing the wave part at all would ruin it completely for me. So rather than coming up with a solution to fix their problems, I made a solution to fix my problems. And thus, I got to work on my biggest level yet. Ashley Wave Trials.
Whoa.
Funny fact about the difficulty of this level. It was never supposed to be impossible. Like, at all. In fact, it is supposed to be a top 20. That's right. The level that has stood harder than both Tartarus and Slaughterhouse for 4 years was supposed to...
It got rated? Wait, also, why the fuck are you still open? It got rated? Nigga said Undertale music click off. Bro, nigga, give the video a chance, bro. It's a good video.
Same difficulty as Thinking Space.
It's the Russian list.
I was still hurt from the criticism on the Chromatic core wave, so I went as generous as I can with the difficulty and tried to make something that people can actually play. Unfortunately, I was young, and never realized that I had greatly overestimated the difficulty of this level back then. Also, before I talk about the gameplay, I want to talk about the naming of the level. Isles was already the first name I decided to settle with. The reason for choosing this name is simple. Ashley is my own name, and the wave was, and still is my favorite game mode. Oh, and Trials. The Trials part of the name is not what you think. Despite the title sounding similar to Puzzle Trials by Funny Game, the Trials part of the name was actually added because of the Cross Trials part from Critical Error, an old impossible mega collab from 2.0 that younger me really liked. I absolutely love the creative ways that Pringles made each cross be played differently. This single part of the level is so simple but is also a huge influence in how I create levels. The approach that you can make diverse and fun to watch gameplay even if it is themed around just one gimmick. Alright, now about making the gameplay.
Hold up. Shorty Shorty got a bot playing right now. Y'all think she be listening to all that hood shit? Dude, we gotta put Ashley onto we gotta put her onto some Chief Keef, some Ken Carson maybe. Alright. And we can put her on some Some Destroy Lonely, just for good measure.
I already decided that Dr. Finkelfracken's Cure by boss fight would be the perfect song choice for this level. However, since the level was wave only, it would be hard to imagine what the gameplay would look like in my head.
Put her onto Osama-san.
Every single % of this level was improvised on the spot. I pretty much added anything that I thought would fit at that moment. This is why most times in the level, you will simply have a part with tight spaces, and other times, a random memory part that doesn't really need to be there but it looks cool so it doesn't matter. Another aspect I wanted to point out was the amount of different paths in the level. It is hotly debated in the bottom community of Geometry Dash on which route in Ashley Wave Trials is the correct one. And to that, I answered that there is actually no correct way to play Ashley Wave Trials. You see, there are some sections I specifically designed where the player can go through any path. This part is one of them. The player can go the way I usually do it. Maybe they can go down and avoid the portal. Maybe they can even go up and end.
Why would you avoid the portal though? Does this just not seem like the easiest route? Also, if this isn't the easiest route, then I'm going here. But like, what the fuck?
The portal that
Put her on We Are Charlie
this
Kirk.
Part is another
Put her on the
example.
Dax.
The player can go through the
Two
sky
hollows.
gaps with precise timings. Or they can just do this. Or this. Maybe even this. Okay, what the hell? As you can see, I intentionally designed the level to have alternate paths because I thought watching the exact same gameplay from different players was boring. So to combat this issue,
you know what? This is some real nigga shit she just said, bro. I'm making a level right now. Nigga, wait, that's GeoBlitz? Wait, what the fuck? Wait. Wait, whoa.
alternate routes to make the level feel fresh every time you watch someone else's playthrough or bottom showcase.
Ask for endorsement? You know, listen. I probably shouldn't be talking about this because he's in the stream, but I would low-key be begging for endorsement if Juniper wasn't involved with the event. Because I am pretty sure she still does not like me, bro. And especially with all this drama going on right now, bro. This would be the worst time to ever try and get in contact with her.
The only unintended route of this level is 39%.
You know what? When I upload the video on the list, I'll DM her and I'll see what I can do.
The section actually impossible. Each section of
yeah,
the level
ask for
also
forgiveness.
went for a specific theme gameplay-wise. The beginning of the level is simply me putting a bunch of wave gameplay together and called it a day. The middle portion of the level, however, had an emphasis on tight spaces and memory. The drop of the level had an
Junie's a goat though.
Comfortable gameplay, such as the teleportation portal transition, gravity portal transitions, spike hugging, spamming, dash orbs, mini wave spam, cube portals.
No, I'm telling
more.
you, dude.
And the
It's gonna be like a. Alright, I'm not even gonna read that chat message. But dude, it's gonna be like the craziest redemption arc of all time, bro. You ever seen? Oh my god, just wait, dude. I'm telling you, I've dreamed of this. I'm not even trying to be creepy. I really hope we have there's a huge Geometry Dash meetup event, like how what Trick and Doggy did, except everyone's going there. And also, it's on like the northern part of the states because I'm not traveling to LA to see fucking actually for Riot maybe. But my point still stands, bro. Imagine the clips. I'm not even gonna say their name, but you know the people that would generate a lot of clips with me being around them, bro. That shit would be fucking hilarious.
Of the level would be the easiest part of the level to convey relief, but at the same time, difficult enough to make you nervous and be easy to choke on. I also wanted to put an emphasis on structuring on this level. I already know that using slopes over and over again would be pretty boring, so I thought that adding strange and unorthodox structures and gameplay would spice up the level and make it at least interesting enough. And based on the reception of the level, I think this worked. One last thing I want to talk about.
Dude,
some of you guys,
why do you want to watch it? Dude, chat does not want to watch it in 125 speed, bro, be honest. This is perfect speed in my opinion. I think this video is great.
Players might have
Holy
noticed
shit,
that
there's
some of the
36
gameplay
minutes
parts are
left.
similar to other levels with hard wave parts. And to that, I say, your suspicions are right. A lot of influence from my favorite wave levels are constantly sprinkled in this level. Here are all of the examples. 16% is based on 78% from land deck by Spectro. 30% is based off of the second wave part from Fexty, also by Spectro. 34% is based off of 76% of the unnerfed version of Arcade Lock by Tangi. This really short part in 41% is actually based off of this part from Propolex. I think you guys should know what 54% is based off of. That's right, Niflheim by Bismuth.
Niflheimer.
The teleportation part was based off of the Red Coronation by Ryok and Zor.
Apple.
And the infamous last part of the Dual Wave is based off of the Dual in Butterfly Effect. Sonic Wave is also an inspiration.
What the fuck is Butterfly Effect? I thought that was a Noble Boy wave.
Most of the other parts, but I forgot where. I would like to give a huge shout out to Spectro. Spectro is one of my biggest inspirations in creating levels, and their gameplay style is literally the reason why I like the Wavegam emote as much as I do in the first place. Without them, my love for the wave wouldn't exist at all, along with the existence of this level. I also want to give a shout out to NCAT, Ufom, Def Ethlo, and Sentient DJ, also formerly known as Echarn. These players' skills helped me make Ashley Wave Trials as hard as it is. For Def Ethlo and Sentient DJ in particular, however, they were both creators and their creating styles were also inspirational.
Whoa, what the fuck is going on up here?
DJ in particular, however,
what is that?
They were
That
both
looks
creators
sick.
and their creating style.
What the
Ethlo
fuck?
and Sentient DJ in helped me make Ashley Wave Trials as hard as it is. For Def Ethlo and Sentient DJ in particular,
What is this level, bro? Also, yeah, where is the Kawaqii shoutout, bro?
their creating styles were also inspiration for this level. Before I end off this segment, I would like to talk about a story that happened while making the layout for this level. You see, before the level was even finished, I posted a video of the layout to the Geometry-Discord server, asking for tips to improve it. However, instead of any useful and meaningful tips, everyone just told me to add more game modes like Cube or Sheep, even though the level was strictly wave only. No matter how hard I tried to explain the wave only gimmick, everyone just ignored me and told me to add more game.
Holy shit. Alright, we might have to end the stream, bro. I didn't realize how long this video was. Dude. Okay, listen. We are gonna have to come back to this at another point. Okay? Because I don't think the chat... Alright, I can't even read the chat, bro. Dude, hold up.
I already know which style I wanted the level to be, which is art style. The only problem is, I never done art style yet. Before this, all of my levels were trying to imitate older updates, or look like RobTop levels, or simply didn't look that good. Or whatever the hell I was trying to make in Fear Fetcher. However, I have never done the art style ever. Before even thinking of making this level, I was originally aspiring to be a design creator like Zobros, Woogie1411, Spectro, and Heinz.
No, bro. Dude. That looks, nigga. Dude, Heinz wasn't even that bad for real, bro. He made Firewall, so it cancels out.
Because of this, I thought that I would never be able to pull off the art style. That was, until I came across a certain YouTuber who greatly helped me improve my creating skills. That YouTuber was Walzy, who only had less than 1,000 subscribers at the time. Not only were his creating tutorials extremely helpful for me, but all of his videos in general were helpful. I loved watching him build anything in the editor so professionally. His creative process in making
I'm not
levels
watching
was
a 20v1.
so fun
Shut
to
the
see and
fuck
was so
up,
inspiring.
bro.
I also liked watching his level review videos and his criticisms he always gave to levels. No matter how rough around the edges a level would be, he would always have something positive to say about the level, and it motivated me. No, this image isn't fake. This really was the tablet I was using to make all my levels at the time. Despite it all, I still managed to pull it off. I would like to give a huge shout out to Walzy. I genuinely think he is one of, if not, the most important geometry-YouTuber ever. If you are having a hard time trying to be better at creating, I feel like Walzy's channel is perfect for helping you out.
But what about Kawaqii stream, nigga? Dude, you guys remember that one kid? He sent a level so bad that I called him a faggot? Bro, what if he becomes one of the best creators of all time? He wouldn't have made it here without me calling him slurs, bro. Like, he's gonna bring up that one Kawaqii stream from 2025. I pushed him to be the best. Alright? Dude.
Alright now, let's finally talk about the more interesting part of the level.
Bro.
You may think that I chose the main color of the level to be pink because pink is a pretty color, and although that is very true, the color scheme of this level wasn't just an aesthetic choice, but also a gameplay choice. You see, I intentionally chose the color pink for most of the level because if you use light colored icons, you might have a hard time seeing where you are. However, if you were to also play with all black icons, then you would have an even harder time trying to play the drop. Oh yeah, many people debate on whether or not that Ashley Wave Trials is a 9 circles level, and to that, I say,
no.
No, the only reason
Yeah, what the fuck was niggas on, bro? Dude, just because it's predominantly wave is like, it's like calling can't find an example, man.
At the beginning had this flashing effect is because it just looked cool. It was never intended to resemble anything close to 9 circles despite the similarity.
Oh wait, what the fuck? It does. I didn't even notice the pulses. Oh shit, never mind, I understand them now.
Just something I thought of adding last second. Speaking of effects, you might notice that starting at 9%, the background flashes tiles of hexagons. The hexagons were inspired by the second drop of Them Travel by Sir Punch, one of my favorite levels of all time. There was also originally going to be text covering the screen that would list the trials you are passing right now. That's right, there was an official name for almost every part of the level. I kinda wanted the level to feel like Ashley is running an experiment on you, so she gives you a lot of tough wave obstacles. Unfortunately, I never went through with adding this as it felt too distracting for me, and covered some of the gameplay sometimes.
What the fuck? Nigga, we're 6 trials in and it's only 22%. I'm glad she ain't had that.
If you are curious on what the names of each part of the level were,
yo, I'ma be honest, I was laughing at first, but I've gotten really used to AI voice. Like, this is fine.
Or find the link in the description. One last thing I want to cover about the first part of the level. If you looked at the level through a level editor and looked above the map, you will see a flower above the map. This was actually supposed to be a custom saw design that would have been used in the level. I never used it because it was ugly. That's all I have to say about the first part of the level. You might think I will talk about the second part of the level next. However,
dude, just tell me you want me to launch the OnlyFans, bro.
I made the beginning first, the climax and ending part second, and the second part last. So because of I decorated the level in this order, I will be talking about the climax part next. If I am being honest with you, the climax part is a part 1 I'm both happy with, but also mostly disappointed in. I was planning to add way more to this part, with Pink Girl even holding an axe guitar, which is based off of Marceline's guitar from Adventure Time. However, as I said before, I used a pretty crappy tablet to make this level which lagged a lot, and this tablet could barely even handle this part at all, let alone with more decoration. In fact, it would straight up crash most of the time. I would have added more if I wanted to, but as I've showed you before, I was held back by bad technology at this time, which is why this part might seem to feel empty. I would have added disturbing stuff like hanging bodies and a more insane and chaotic style. If I wasn't so held back by my potato tablet, the part would have taken heavy inspiration from things like Kid Smoke by GMB Simul, one of my most favorite insane demons ever, along with the music video of Secrets of Wisteria by Steam Pianist. Oh yeah, at one point, this part wasn't always planned to be red. It was originally going to be fire themed, kinda like Apotheosis and Annihilation Nation. Unfortunately, because of my limitations, all I was able to add was a simple flashing effect and a spiral in the background. Oh yeah, if you look above the map, you will see a mysterious triangle of bricks and spikes. This was actually supposed to be the original block design for the level. My reason for not using this in the final version wasn't so much technical issues with my tablet, but more so, the game's bad slope hitboxes, which made the level physically impossible.
Oh,
thank you,
fuck, bro. Oh, real niggas know the struggle.
That is all to say for the climax part. Now let's talk about the part I worked last. The second part. The second part of the level was the hardest part to make, simply because I didn't even know what it should look like. This part went through many designs and phases. The block designs were supposed to be more detailed, but I scrapped it because it was too detailed compared to the beginning and climax. And there was supposed to be a more detailed backgrounds, but that was also scrapped because it didn't feel like it belonged in the level. In the end, I completely gave up and just kinda copied this specific part from Kuiper. Yeah, yeah, I ripped off Kuiper in this part too.
Bro, this was a good ass level, bro. Niggas don't even know. Holy shit. Wait, she knows ball, bro. Dude, all I need next is for her to glaze Riot, bro. If she starts talking about how she wants to bust it down right on the tip, creamy style, crazy reverse cowgirl, you know, like it slips out and she put it back in and she giggles, bro. Oh my god, I would love her. Actually, I would love her.
Ow. Kinda forgot to mention this, but yeah, Kuiper was also an inspiration for this level, but not as much as you would think. In fact, very little actually. Now that I had the block decoration and background done, the next thing to do was to add the girl. That's right, we are finally gonna talk about Pink Girl. Pink Girl was always planned to be in the level from the very start. In fact, her gimmick of just being in the level is the sole reason why this level exists in the first place. There is a lot of confusion surrounding the name of Pink Girl, whether her actual name is Pink Girl or Ashley. And if you finally wanted an answer, her actual names are both of those names. You're even more confused now, aren't you? Don't worry, let me explain. You see, her actual official name is Ashley, as she used to be my persona. Now, you might be asking, why the name change? And the answer itself is kind of silly now that I look back on it. You see, when the level was released, the key said disable Ashley instead of disable Pink Girl. However, a few days later, another player who also just so happened to be named Ashley emailed me on Geometry Dash and told me to remove the name Ashley from the level because it was apparently hurting her. Now, the smartest way to deal with this is to because it.
Hey, my IRL name is Ashley. I'd like to ask you to remove the disable Ashley key in your level. Every time someone gets it, I feel my body disintegrate more and more. The pain won't stop. Please help. What? I don't want to make fun of them because I don't know if they're joking. And no offense to my Ashleys out there, but y'all be the most sensitive type of women. Yeah, because the pain won't stop. The please help thing makes it look satire, but like, I don't know, man.
Was apparently hurting her. Now, the smartest way to deal with this is to obviously refuse to remove it or change it, since my name is also literally Ashley. However, I was pretty young at the time. 16 years old to be specific, and I barely knew English. Because of this message scared me a lot, and it scared me so bad that I thought if I didn't meet her demand, then I would get doxxed or something. So instead of keeping the name, I came up with a half-assed name like Pink Girl, and it has been the name you guys have known her as ever since, despite her name being my actual name, and also the name in the level. So yeah, she is officially named both Ashley and Pink Girl. Now, about her design. I kept this a secret for the longest time, but I think it is about time to tell you all that Ashley's design is quite literally just my old Roblox avatar at that time. That's right, some of you guys have been gooning to a Roblox yan. I know who you people are. Anyways, you might notice that my Roblox avatar had a hair bun instead of the big messy hair that she is famous for. So why is that? Well, you see, Ashley hasn't always had her iconic messy hair. In fact, for most of her existence, she actually used to have a hair bun. Roblox UGC also didn't exist yet, so this hair was the best fit for me since I like the color, and I also used to wear a hair bun in real life at the time. I know I look like a nerd in
13 in 2017 is crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Wait, so that means, how old is she now? She's 16 plus 5, 21. Wait. Oh my god, I'm fucking stupid as shit. Never mind. Oh my god, never mind.
This picture shot anyways.
I'm
she
so
also used
stupid.
to wear a Kirby shirt
I
and
keep forgetting we live in 2025.
straw hat back then, as this was exactly what my Roblox avatar used at the time too. With that being said, where did the messy hair come from? Well, that aspect of her design was inspired by Sugar's persona. I watched Sugar a lot around late
I was 15 in 2017. I was 17 in 2017. So all of a sudden my chat is just filled with adults now, right?
2019, and I really liked her design and wanted to make my character look like that too. Shout out to my close friend for giving me the dates of these old artworks, and also shout out to my friend Studio 2004 for still having all my 2019 drawings after all of these years so I can use them for this video. If he didn't still have them, these drawings would have quite possibly been lost media since I do not have these drawings in my storage anymore. Oh, and if you are curious, I do actually have a Roblox channel. Although, I don't really post on it that much anymore due to me having a job.
Howdy everyone, my name is Ashley Brains and I make videos on old and obscure Roblox zombie games and fight zombie bosses and stuff, although it has been a while since my last upload.
Wow, dude. That voice was so much more intelligible that I thought that it was a real voice. Oh my god.
Please don't interrupt me. So anyways, back on topic. Now, you might have always wondered, why is the level the way it is? Like, why does it start off all cute but turns really edgy? And before I answer that, you must understand what I was like at the time of making this. You see, I was one of those not like the other girls who was really into Yandere Simulator. Really embarrassing though, I
Oh yeah, this game had niggas on the chokehold, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I was niggas. This game was fire. I ain't gonna lie, if I had access to this game in its prime, I probably would have been performing those actions in real life. Holy shit. Thank God Jacksepticeye was playing that shit so much.
Back in the day, I would watch many IHA's Kawaqii playthroughs of her playing the game. Other things like the Agretsuko anime dropping, and also watching this video in particular all the time were also very influential on my personality at the time. As you can see, I really liked the scary or evil thing disguised as cute trope when I was younger. So of course, that part of my personality was ingrained into the level, which is pretty funny considering that in real life, I am not edgy at all, and never was. In fact, in real life I am really shy and anxious and also kinda boring.
Y'all think she was saying the N-word or nah?
Last thing I want to mention is that many people think that this level is a joke level. But believe it or not, this level was 100% serious with all of my passion going into it. There was no joke I was building in this level. Nothing but pure unfiltered passion for the game. That is all I have to say about decorating this level, because this level was now finally completely finished. After a whole month of work, it was finally completed. I was not that proud of the level as much due to the technical issues, but at the same time, I was still happy how it turned out. And so, on July 21st, 2020, I finally uploaded the level to the servers. Then I realized I accidentally
Let's check if she has me blocked. I'm really curious. Ashley but 6. Fuck, stop zooming it. Verify my ammo. I'm not blocked, nigga! Let's go. Let's go. I heard DMs open. Holy fuck, they're open. I mean, I'm just gonna shoot her a high. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Finally uploaded the level to the servers. Then I realized I accidentally misplaced a block at 37% and had to re-upload the level again. With the level finally out, the story of Ashley Wave Trials is finally over. Oh yeah, this part. Soon after making Ashley Wave Trials, I was banned. Well, kind of. I no longer had access to the Geometry Dash servers. I didn't know what was going on at the time. I asked the Geometry Dash moderators on Discord if they could unban me, but they kept saying I wasn't banned in the first place, making me even more confused. I also tried to ask the Geometry Dash Discord server for help. They just made jokes or didn't care. I was pretty much banned forever.
Damn. Imagine being those niggas back then, bro. I probably would have been niggas too. I ain't gonna cap.
from Geometry Dash.
Bro, I'll be bullying the hell out of kids in my server, bro. Oh my goodness. Man, sometimes I wish I didn't have a name so I could still tell people to end their lives over like something really small.
Shame because I could have made more levels at this time. But even though I have been banned from the game, I still had the desire for people to play my levels. Unfortunately, I had no friends that played Geometry Dash at the time. So, I did what any up-and-coming creator does to get their level noticed, and went to participate level request streams. And by participate I mean
Terrorize. I would join in level request live streams of players who were really bad at the game and send them my impossible levels for fun. I had an absolute blast terrorizing noob players with my impossible levels.
Unfortunately, it did get boring quickly though, and I kinda stopped. Few months later I actually did manage to become friends with a very skilled Geometry Dash player. Their name was Kawaqii. They were the first person that I know of to thoroughly play through the whole entire level. One day, we were talking about the level, and it was at that moment that I realized that I might have made Ashley Wave trials a bit too hard. They deemed the level as impossible, harder than even unnerfed Kategoriso. Of course, I was young at the time, and thought he was bluffing. Few months later, Kawaqii suddenly disappeared on the internet for reasons I never knew, and I had no one to talk to about Geometry Dash anymore. And because I was still banned from the game, I eventually got bored and tired of trying to stay in the community, and ended up quitting Geometry Dash again. At the same time as this was happening, I got a new computer, and then I went back to playing Roblox, ironically enough. And it was that way for a whole year. Until one day.
She got that accent boss call. Got a showcase uploaded from Russia, man. A dream come true. My voice is not correct. The stream's lagging. Oh, what the hell? There's like actual graphics. I didn't even realize. And they look great. Holy shit, that's 4 years ago.
It was August 18th, 2021. Quarantine is now over,
Wow,
and
that's
it was
Indian
just a
ceiling
regular
fan.
day as usual. I got back home from school, did my homework, got on my computer, played Roblox, and then watched lots of YouTube videos.
You couldn't make meshes back then, so what they did was they just took hats and made them bigger. Like this is a hat, graphic of hat. Well, actually, no.
Wait, I didn't know her art was actually good. What the
I
hell?
am now 17 years old.
Also, yeah, quarantine was not over. No, that's like mid 2021? Hell no. Maybe in her country though, I don't know. Did she also have mouse ears IRL? Shit. Probably. They allow cats in India?
Although I didn't play Geometry Dash anymore, I still watched
Yo! She listens to Source Slut! I fucking knew it! Oh my...
possible levels that would appear in my feed every now and then, and other showcasing channels. One of these channels was
Good song,
Allen, as they were one of the only channels that I know of that would post showcases of modern impossible.
Oh shit! Oh wait, is this Myelin? Oh my god! No fucking way!
and other showcasing channels.
Wait,
One of these channels was Allen, as they were one of the only channels that I know of that would post showcases of modern impossible levels made
bro,
at the
she's
time.
so fucking cool.
I thought of nothing of them at the time, just thought they were a cool YouTuber who made showcases of cool-looking impossible levels. After watching one of her showcases, I was about to find another video in my recommended. But just as I went to the YouTube homepage, that was when I saw this. It caught me off guard. I simply couldn't believe it.
She's
Why
not
would this
fed up, bro.
YouTuber, a YouTuber who I've only been watching for a couple weeks, just say my name like that out of nowhere?
I shrugged it off to the side, tried thinking nothing of it. Maybe this was a friend of hers that she was referring to. So
That's
I
really
tried ignoring
ominous. Just
it.
one name and
Until
that's it.
just a few
I'd be
seconds
freaking
later.
the fuck out.
I get a Discord notification. A direct message. From someone who I have never met before. Many thoughts were on my mind at that time. At first, I thought this was just a stranger I just so happened to meet on Roblox.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was curious, and I was about to talk to them. But right before I was about to speak, they asked me a question. About Ashley Wave Trials. It took me by surprise. Pretty much no one knew the level at the time. How did they even know that level? I was confused and shocked. Just how did they know? But they also asked me many more questions. Like if I was still active, or if I still play Geometry Dash, which at that time, I didn't. After answering all those questions like how I already left the community, they then told me why they talked to me in the first place. The Impossible Levels list server had just discovered Ashley Wave Trials. And it was that very moment where I finally realized what had just happened. Everybody
Everybody now knows about Ashley Wave Trials. I felt so embarrassed. For a moment, it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. A level that I made during an already embarrassing phase of my life getting noticed by hundreds of
Yo,
people.
she's throbbing right
I truly
now, bro.
wanted to die at that very moment. I joined the server extremely nervous and shy. I expected to be ridiculed and made fun of by everyone. But then something weird happened. Despite how bad the level looked to me, and despite how unimpressive it looked, despite how much I didn't like how the level looked like, people liked my level. In fact, they really liked it. I was simply just shocked and confused. Despite me not liking the level as much, people found charm in my pretty old level. It was a confusing, but also very comforting feeling. The amount of happiness I felt at the time is something I can never experience ever again. I had a blast showcasing all the other unreleased work I had because my account was banned. It was also this moment in time where I finally found out just how hard Ashley Wave Trial truly was at the time. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same difficulty as Thinking Space. Time passes by and it slowly raises up in the list. Yeah, it was no way near the same difficulty as Thinking Space, hahaha. Anyways, because of this newfound fame, I started to feel inspired to go back to Geometry Dash yet again. Except I had only one problem. I am still banned. At least, that was, until I asked the Impossible Levels list server about my situation. A cool friend named Not Much told me what was actually going on with my account. I wasn't banned the whole time. I just seemingly forgot I changed my password once and didn't know what to do. All I had to was to log back in, and that was exactly what I did. And after a full year, I was indeed able to upload levels again. I was so happy. I actually jumped and ran all over my room.
This is a good video,
I
nigga.
couldn't
I'm
stop
locked
thanking
in.
him.
Yo, can we not say XQC reaction, bro? Oh my god, you guys are so fucking annoying. Like, I watched a video without clip farming and making a joke about a miner for like 60 seconds, and all of a sudden I'm the XQC of Geometry Dash. Nigga, just let me watch the video. I'm enjoying it. Like, yeah, she's telling a story, nigga. Jesus Christ.
I would like to give a huge shout out to Not Much. Without him, I would quite literally not be here talking to you guys right now. Not only that, but he is just a really good friend, and also he was the very first person to showcase Ashley Wave Trials. I would also like to give a shout out to these people mentioned here. Thank you to
Why am
everyone
I
here
not
for
in this
just
video?
being really friendly and welcoming me back to the community and becoming great friends in the process. I hold
I
everyone
wonder
have
what
just
she thinks about me, bro. Cause she doesn't have me blocked on Twitter. Okay, like pre-wide awake drama, you think she'd be fucking with a real nigga on the low?
mentioned really dearly to my
I'm gonna pop that puss for a real nigga. Sorry.
heart. After that, I went on to
Your
make more
whole
levels, and I
personality's
never
about
touched Ashley Wave
CP.
Trials ever again.
Yo, quit playing, bro. She
Did you really
definitely
think
knows
this
me.
video
Stop
was
playing.
over? Nope, there is still more stuff to talk about. But don't worry, this part is short. Despite a full year
Sewer slut.
going by after its release, the story of Ashley Wave Trials is not done yet. That's right, we will be going over the updates it received over time, and why they even exist in the first place, starting with the very first one, the nerf date.
But she nerfed it?
You see, I never
Yo,
had
did you
any
see
plans on
the updated version of this song on fucking Cynthia's shit, bro? Dude, I love what she's doing by just updating the music, bro. That shit's hard.
nerfing the level.
If I was an artist, bro, like I always dreamt about doing that.
Held at a level like this
coming
one
back to a
was harder
project
than even Slaughterhouse,
like 5
which
years later
wasn't
and
even out
making
at
it
the
just
time.
10 times better.
However, one day, I was soon confronted by the verifier of Toxic Blades, CZ, who was asking permission to make
Blades, I
an
thought that was
official nerf
DSC.
date to the level. Originally, I was about to decline the offer, as I really liked the level's purely impossible status at the time. However, I also had conflicting ideals, as I also really wanted to see my level beaten. So I later accepted the offer. The deal was that the first 20% of the level would be almost completely unchanged, meanwhile anything after would be nerfed in some way, and he can nerf the level any amount he wants. These changes included a more humanly possible consistency part at 22%, removal of the gravity portal at 26%, which kinda actually bummed me out a bit because it removed the memory aspect of this part. The 56% spike being removed. The gravity portals becoming transitions
Yo,
instead of then having
Is this nigga actually in my account right now? Because I know he's not joking because my account did get hacked. Stop changing my fucking icons, you cuck. Okay, they're fine. They're fine. Fuck off. You're annoying as shit, bro. Okay, let's continue.
click through them now. The min I-wave spam being removed and replaced with a simple release input, which I didn't really like as it went against my theme for this part of uncomfortable gameplay. The infamous min I-wave gap also became actually possible, and B-blocks getting
That didn't
added
even
at
look
the
that
end.
hard. I could have done that.
Despite this originally just going to be a nerf date,
I can't hear it, bro. Someone just said, "Hello, sir. Your computer has a very dangerous virus." As TTS, dude. Have you ever seen those memes where like someone clicks on the download and it just immediately starts saying shit, bro? That's exactly what this TTS sounds
I
like.
saw this as a perfect opportunity to also update the decoration.
The new top 2
You
challenge?
see,
Oh, I'll
I am
react to
older
that
at
for this
this
video.
time now,
Remind me.
and have a phone, which is much faster and more powerful than the old potato
Yo,
tablet
Samsung gang! Shorty, I just got an S22 like 2 days ago. I mean 25. Look at that shit, nigga. 8K dick pics, nigga, nothing less.
before. I didn't want to
Okay.
add too many decoration changes to the level,
She with the
as everyone
A's,
seemed to
nigga, the
already find the
androids.
original decoration very charming. So instead, I just added ideas I simply wasn't able to add because of my tablet back then.
We got
This
niggas in
included
chat on
Ashley
like a
being much
Xiaomi
more
red
animated
note.
in the climax
Yo,
part,
I won't
which I
even judge you,
wasn't
man.
able
Why
to do
was
back
that-
then simply because of, you know.
Where my
Oh,
Xiaomi
and
niggas
by the
at?
way, yes, the lap was always planned since the very beginning. Some other minimal decoration changes were added at the dual part of the level. Also,
I swear she just said
unfortunately
the
I
N-word right
haven't
there.
fixed the mouth bleach yet, but I did get around that eventually. I forgot the password to my main account during this time, so because of that, I had to release the nerf date on my alt account.
You know what's funny? When I was when I gave the dude at the fucking store, like the carrier store, my phone, the alarm was going off every 5 minutes. For the people that don't know, my phone display broke so bad, I had an alarm on it, and it would go off every 5 minutes, and I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't turn it off. The only way to quiet it down, like the only way to turn it off, was to like press the power button down. It would turn off for 5 minutes. It would put it to snooze. That was it.
After that, Ashley Wave Trials would never get updated ever again. Just kidding, the buff date happened.
That song's a fucking banger, man. Also, Sewer Slut does not. Yo, I just realized Sewer Slut doesn't copyright videos. I think. Cause I've used her songs in like 2 videos.
This update was made without CZ's involvement, and was done entirely to fix the personal gripes I had with the nerfs. First things first, the min I-wave spam was added back, although it is actually possible this time, and the last dual part was buffed to oblivion. Each click was a 240 frame perfect input. The reason why I buffed the red part was because people found the beginning of the level harder than the red part, even though the red part was supposed to be the hardest part.
This chat
So
is so
because of
fucking
that, I
annoying,
buffed
bro.
the red part to be harder than the beginning.
I can't even pay attention
The
to the
third coin
video
route
right
was
now.
also changed as I realized that the bottom path was actually harder than the top path. Although this update helped the level secure its place to stay harder than the new top ones at the time, I have regretted making this update ever since, especially because lots of progress was already done, and the update was impulsive in retrospect.
Watch
Sorry
Piggy
for those
goated.
who wanted to go for this level back then only
Yo,
for this buff impulsive in
Watch
retrospect ever
Piggy
since,
is where
especially
every
because
real nigga goes whenever they're just bored as shit and they want to watch someone do something inhumanely hard. Either that, or it was Sir Guy Esther, bro. Them two niggas was goated.
lots of progress was already done, and the update was impulsive in retrospect. Sorry for those who wanted to go for this level back then only for this buff date to come out. I really do apologize. Alright. That is all I have to truly say for this level now. So,
Sir Guy Esther is
You
not
have
a
made it.
pedophile, bro.
you have reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching this far. I hope
Already
this
checked
video
games.
was able to give you some insight, or even a different view, on this silly little level I made when I was a silly little teenager. If not any of those, well, I hope this video was at least interesting. Before I end this video, however, I do want to talk about something that I think is important.
She
And
gonna
to
bring
do
me
that,
up?
we must go back in time.
Okay, I'm down for a history lesson. What about you guys? Like,
You
give me
see-
your Twitch code from your authenticator account. I will be very surprised, but I will love you if you do have the login for my Twitch account. I don't have Twitch on my phone. Fuck. We'll see after stream. I got you.
Long before I started this video, something entirely different would have happened. Before you've been watching this video, before I started editing this video,
She's on CapCut, bro.
before Ashley Wave Trials was verified, before I released Mika 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 Miko, before I reached 10,000 subscribers, and before that 1,000, before I beat my first insane demon, before I was invited to the Impossible Levels list server, before I reached 100 subscribers, just a day before I saw that community post.
Nah, CapCut's really good now, bro.
It was August 17th, 2021. Quarantine was now over, and it was a regular day as usual. I got back home from school, did my homework, got on my computer, and played Roblox games like Arsenal, Flood Escape
Yeah, I
2,
thought she was gonna say she
Stop.
tried to overdose or something. I was like, where is this
Our
going?
Battles, Become Fumo, Undead Coming, and many more with my friends. And that's all that was happening for a bit. After all that, I cooled off and relaxed by watching random YouTube videos. I don't exactly remember what triggered it, but I then just suddenly started to remember the existence of Ashley Wave Trials. I long moved past my phase of trying to be this edgy wannabe girl, and I wanted to erase any remnant of that phase. The thought that such an embarrassing level being still up on that game was just felt so humiliating. I had to do something about it. I opened up Geometry Dash, went to the levels page, dragged my mouse to the left side of the screen, and tried to delete Ashley Wave Trials off the server. Forever. The prompt opened up. Do you want to delete this level from the server? Your level will no longer be available online. I promptly ignored it. I didn't even hesitate. I hovered my
Chat, be
mouse
nice.
over the button, clicked without a second thought,
That one's loud.
and then... Oh. That's right. I'm banned on Geometry Dash. I'm unable to delete my level. I just looked at the screen. Not so much in disappointment that I was unable to delete my level, but more so in guilt. Guilt from trying to delete my level. I just couldn't believe what I just tried to do. For some reason, it just felt like what I almost did was wrong. Like what I did is something I would have regretted years later. I still felt embarrassed about the level being on the servers. But now, at the same time, something inside of me just felt like I should keep it up anyways. I left the level alone, hoping that nobody would still discover it, and tried to leave it at that.
Hello. What she got? What she got? What she got? I'm trying to see if she knows ball. Okay. We got Audacity. She be spitting some 4 lines. Damn, she got Vera chat. She don't got shit good in here but Ultra Kill. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, she ain't got shit. Fucking hell, man. Yo, we gotta put her on to some Ken Carson, bro. It'll change your life.
It has been about 4 years since that moment. And it is still crazy to look back onto this day. I always wonder time and time again just what would
please cut the fucking Mexican out of my chat that's spamming React to Gore. He's been saying the same thing for 5 minutes, and no one will tell him that he's unfunny in Mexican, bro. Please. Dude, he won't shut up, bro. Please, mods. Mods, please.
have happened if the level actually did get deleted? Would I still be here? Would I still be known? Would people still care for what I create? Would I have still met amazing and kind people along the way? Would I still be happy without this success? You know, I still don't understand my fame, nor do I understand why you guys really like Ashley Wave Trials or all my other levels for that matter. I don't think they are that good. I just think my levels are okay for that matter. But you guys seem to like it so much that I am somehow here this high up in life. And, although this success has been pretty rough, at the same time, this success has probably been the best thing that could have happened. I have met so many new and amazing friends and fans along the way. Friends, best friends, friends who have
Hold on, am I gonna be on here? Hold up, chat. I might be on
amazing
here.
friends and fans along the way.
Hold up.
Friends, best friends,
Okay, watch Piggy close enough.
friends who have
Come on, at least a mutual, bro, please.
me
Uh,
get better at my life
like,
and real
bro, I don't even have a single fucking mutual. Oh my, wait.
friends,
Watch Piggy. Let me check it if I have. Please have Watch Piggy added. Fucking hell.
best friends, friends who have helped
Wait. Oh, I do have a Lynn. Okay, never mind. I got a Lynn. You're right. I have a Lynn.
me get
We're in
better
there,
at
like,
my life and
somewhere,
really
bro.
care for me.
Not like that.
Fans who genuinely like my
Why
levels
isn't
and see
Monolith
potential
there?
in me.
Alright, cool.
Some of my fans have even also become my friend.
You guys notice how she puts on, like, she puts all these positive
life and
comments
really-
up? I won't even bother checking to see if they're to see if they're your comments, because you guys aren't even nice at all. Like, there's no way you guys are gonna be in Ashley Wave Trials at like 3 years ago, being like, oh my god, great work, keep it up.
Fans have even also become
Fuck.
my friend too. My friends and everyone else who really like my work. It is because of you guys that I am still
love you,
motivated to
only
still create
Kawaqii.
more levels, videos,
Oh, now
and
you guys are
projects,
gonna act fake
even
nice.
if it has
Cool.
been a year since I last showed activity on
I
here.
believe the guy that has to start next to
I
the
don't
name.
think I could have ever met so many kind people and seen so many sweet faces if I
Dude, she's put the same people
had
like 3
ever
times now.
deleted Ashley Wave Trials off the servers all those years ago. And I am so grateful that I never went through such an act, even with the struggles of fame being thrown at me. I hope you have been enjoying and watched this far into the video. Because, all I want to say is, thank you. Thank you all for all this support. And thank you all for being there for me, especially through all this time. I still don't know what I truly did to deserve all this attention, praise, and kindness. I don't even know if I even deserve all of this at all. But no matter what it is, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for watching this video.
W Oddball in the chat,
and thank you for tuning in to the making
W
of
Oddball.
Ashley Wave Trials.
Wait, what?
For tuning in to the making of Ashley Wave Trials.
Wow, man. I'm gonna be honest, and you guys are gonna think I'm trolling, but I don't give a fuck. TTS aside, bro, and her mentioning that she was playing on a toaster like 10 times, this was a great ass video. Also, noticed how Ice Cave is in the credits for a special thanks. He's just a goat, bro. Wait, who else was in there? Okay, Ice Cave's the only one important. Okay. This, I'm gonna be honest, if it had a real voice, it would have been like an 8. No, it would have been a 9. But yeah, I'm gonna give this video a 7 out of 10. This was enjoyable, and I do enjoy the parts where she puts the emotional music in the background, because I feel like she does well with it. This was a great video in my opinion. If you're an Ashley fan watching this video, please put tape over your screen where the chat is. I swear, this video is so good whenever you have someone telling you that it isn't. Oh my god, I know this art. This is actually what made me start looking at her art, bro. This is Vortrox's girlfriend. Damn, bro. I low-key could have made it on this list. I didn't realize this level had so much fan art. I've only seen it roll 54. I shouldn't have said it out loud. Wow. That was a good ass video.